Alrighty. Hey folks, how you doing? Bennett here with Tunefox, and we're going to be learning a guitar solo for "Roll in My Sweet Baby's Arms." You can probably see on your screen the tab selector page, so you can select beginner, intermediate, or advanced variations on this or arrangements on this. And something that I don't really do in these videos, but I should do because these descriptions are really helpful, is go through and read these descriptions. I'm going to do the intermediate version of this tune, so I've already chosen that. So I'm going to read that through, and I think Jordan, one of our content creators, has done a pretty funny and helpful little introduction here to it. So I'm just going to read it. G-runs make the bluegrass world go round. It is for this reason that count them, 3 G-runs have been provided for your bluegrass enjoyment. G-runs are not just played at the end of a vocal phrase. They can be used to start a solo or even be used in the middle of a solo. It's hard to overuse the G-run, but it is possible. Use it until you start getting dirty looks. No, use it until someone whose opinion actually means something to you tells you to stop. So there you go, a little etude to G-runs in that description. So let's click on play intermediate. Okay, I can see what he means by starting out with the G-run. There's one just to kick us off. All right. So if you're watching this right now on Facebook, there will be a blog posted afterwards, a blog post posted afterwards of me going through this, just like this Facebook Live video, but I'm also recording my guitar. So I'm recording me playing this guitar part so you can actually see that and learn along. And also the tab will be posted on that blog post. Okie dokie. So what I like to do before I do anything, before I try to read through this song, is just take a listen to it. And sometimes I'll close my eyes, sometimes I'll watch the tab, but it's really good to just get that melody in your head before you try to learn a piece. So let's just go into it. Cool. So I have it played looped here, so it's going to just loop it for us. If we kept it going, it would have just kept looping. So I am going to keep that setting because why not? And then I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And you know what? I'm just going to shuffle the licks here. I'm going to click this a couple times, and then I'm going to start from the beginning and just listen to a different variation of this. Cool. So it does some cool different licks there. I'm just going to keep these in. We might as well just learn the tune with these licks in. You can always change them back by clicking on the lick switcher and going to original measure, and you can sort through the different ones in this measure. But we had the bluesy one selected. So I'm just going to kind of read this through. And like I said, I'm going to bring the tempo down to 70. So I'm going to split this up phrase by phrase. I think that's the best approach for this tune. That is generally what I like to do when I'm learning a piece of music is I'll take phrase by phrase and learn each phrase and then kind of put it together at the end. So it starts out with this G run. There's some slides and pull-offs. This little dash right here in between the notes indicates a slide, and this little kind of half circle thing underneath the tab means a pull-off, and you can see over means a hammer-on. Okay, so you're going that's one phrase, those two measures. Some pull-offs there, some cool pull-offs there. Let's do that again. All right, I'm going to loop these measures for a little practice. Okay, so I'm noticing that I'm still looking at the tab, and this is something that you should maybe check in with yourself about, is when you're looking at the tab, you're not necessarily listening to the notes that are going on. Yeah, tab is a good tool to learn a piece of music, but you're not going to memorize it until you start looking away from the tab. And that's kind of a hard thing to do when the tab is right in front of you. So one thing I like to do to kind of like be the middleman in that process is I sing the notes, and singing is the middleman. So I'm going to sing those notes while I'm playing this melody. And it doesn't sound pretty all the time, but it helps me get that melody in my head so I can start relying on my ears rather than just looking at the tab than my eyes. I mean, music is an oral art form. It's not a visual art form. So we want to train our ears to hear the music rather than train our eyes to see the music. So one more time. Okay, so I know you can't see me right now, but I did successfully play those three measures without looking at the tab. Took me a few times to get it, but I feel like I've memorized it. So let's move on to this next phrase. I'm going to deselect those. Okay, so it's just those two measures. I selected three. And you can tell this measure is the same as this measure. So that makes it easier. Actually, our content creator, Jordan, didn't put in these hammer-ons and pull-offs right here. So it's actually picked. That's cool. That's a cool little nuance there. Nice job, Jordan, if you're watching. That's a cool phrase too. Okay, so let's play this. Okay, cool. So let's see if this can get us on the right chord here. So we got that. Cool. So let's try to play this entire thing without looking. Without looking. that was a success, if you will. And we're going to go on to the rest of this a little bit. So let me just deselect. Oh, okay. And get to this. That's cool. I'm just going to move on to the rest of the song because it doesn't look that hard. This looks kind of like the hardest one in the song because it's all eighth notes. So let's just take a look at that. So these 4 measures right here, all downstrokes on these eighth notes right here. I can't see the tab down there. Okay, nice. So we've got this like ascending D lick right here. Very cool. Okay, so let's do it from the top. Just gonna try to do it from the top. Cool. So each time I play this song through, each time I play this melody through, I'm still looking at the tab a little bit, I have to admit, but that's okay. My fingers are feeling more and more comfortable and confident each time I play this melody through. And I think the key to this, the key to getting the melody down all the way, because I'm still flubbing it in several different parts, is to slow it down maybe by 10 clicks and learning it at 60 beats per minute, or shedding it, practicing at 60 beats per minute. And another thing I can do once I have the melody down in this song is I can do speed up. And so what this is going to do is just speed up the tab by 2, 5, or 8 beats per minute each time the song loops, which is really helpful for kind of building your speed and internalizing this piece a little bit further than just at one tempo. The other thing I can do is use memory train, and what that's going to do is if I loop a section, so let's just loop this section. You see, some of the notes are disappearing. You still have the strings that the notes are on, but a lot of these notes are disappearing in the song to hopefully help you get off the tab a little bit easier than just kind of looking away. It's hard to force yourself to look away when the tab is right there. Another thing I like to do is go into settings and turn the guitar all the way down. And what this forces me to do is just listen to the rhythm track and look at the tab, and kind of forces my ears to kick into gear when I'm learning a tune, to hear for that melody that I've been practicing. So if we do that, if I unselect this, I'm going to turn memory train off and then go to the top, just play with the backing track. Another thing I'll do is turn the backing tracks all the way off and then turn the guitar all the way up, or somewhat up. And I will play along with the guitar part that's playing. And so this is, allowing me to play these chords and also listen to the melody that I've been learning. And so on. So there's a lot of different ways that you can get yourself to internalize this melody using Tunefox. So I'm going to let you practice it from here. I'm going to go ahead and edit this video together and post it on our blog. And if you're watching right now, make sure that you go sign up for a 7-day free trial and check out the app. You can use the code FBLive15 to get 15% off your monthly subscription. There's a little promo code section on the pricing page that you can enter that at. And if you have any requests for other tunes you'd like me to do on these Facebook Live lessons, or other topics you'd like me to cover, then just let me know in the comment section of this video or on our blog. Thanks for watching, and see you next week for another Facebook Live.